Hello, I'm going to do a little video here on punch marks. Something that I haven't quite mastered myself yet, but something I really should start using a little more. So I'm just going to change the presentation on these just to hide these features. So oh, there you go. All right, let's turn them off. All right, so the features are off. So I don't really have anything got to do with this. The guy said he'd make it up himself. There is plates in here, so I'll see. That might change, but he's just going to have this sitting on some sort of a seat that he's going to manufacture on site. Not quite sure about that yet, but what he wants me to do is just give him the marks for the center points. So all I'm going to do is we're going to do a general punch mark. So if we go to connection vault, go to punch mark. I'm actually not going to do general, I'm going to do punch mark. If I click on punch mark, we'll just follow the directions here. So main beam, I'm going to select it and then right click, and then it's looking for attached part, and I'm going to use this center piece because I want to pick the center of this. So you can see it's come up with a punch mark. Now let me just check. Well, so now that I have the punch mark here, let's go. We can see that it's on the right hand side of that. So let's go to the punch mark location. We can see one is on that side. So let's remove the one. I'm not sure if it'll let me remove it until I put one in. So I want to do the one in the center. So I want to do the 9. And then let's turn this one off. All right. So there's our punch mark in the center. And the beam center outer edge. I'm going to put it on the beam center. And then I can just mark it as hanger center. So I'm going to leave it like that, and if I click on the beam, let's see if I have these numbered. I have not got this numbered, so let's go back to my numbering process. You know what, let's recovery managers here, let's close that. Let's go to home, project explorer, and I don't have any groups here. I should have some groups, but I don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the column, beam, beam, column, and beam, beam, column. In the middle here, this is an existing beam, column, column, beam, beam. Alright, so I'm going to select all them on this column here. And there is a plate here, and then I'm going to go back here and alright, so I'm going to select all these items for numbering. As you can see, the bolts are not included, so if I select this one, it should pick all the bolts also. So there's all the bolts and the anchors by picking everything that's attached, not just everything that's attached in the shop. So we can see that's good, and then we'll just go to number. There's not too many, so I'm just going to number them all at one time. So let's number these. One of these has got this part mark here, so there is a problem with that. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll just highlight all them elements again, and then I'll just put in a new group for numbering, and I'll add those elements. And let's see if we deselect all of those, we can see that this is the one, so that's fine. This is the existing column, so we don't want that to get a number, so that's fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just put this on an assembly sheet. So come in here and go to assemblies, selected, and I'll do this one here. Okay, and it should put that assembly on a drawing. And let's select it and show assembly detail. And you can see there is your punch mark. So we'll just clean up this drawing slightly, bring it down onto the page. Now it's out, so what I do is I move these numbers over to here so he knows to write the number on here. And then we have our punch mark here on the top. So what I'll do is I'll just move these two up. And I will draw an extra one. Now I could use this one because it's the same length. So what I might just do is go to labels, dimensions, and insert point, select this. And that's going to be my hanger center. So sorry. Hanger center. Okay. And now he'll know that that's the center of the hanger where that mark is. So, you know, if you want to draw a line here, we could always just put a line here. I guess we can go the whole way. And then what I would do is just make that like a center line. So making a center line, you have to bring the scale back down to something like that. Too small, maybe. And that'll do. And then I like to change that color to a gray. So you don't have to do that really. It's already represented. So let's put a gray line in there. And then you will do the same for the other ones. So if we see, if I go to the other side, so there's one here, right? And if I do the assembly detail, now there's nothing well onto that. Okay, so I'll put this assembly on a sheet and, oh, sorry. So it's standalone, so it's not allowing me to do that, right? Because this one had a clip on it. So as a standalone part, it's not going to allow me to do that. So what I'll do is let's just output the single part. Now I can change that to allow me to output that as a main part, which is what I might do. But for now, let's go back and we'll just do single part. And let's just see if it's set to come out with the punch mark also. And you can see it's not, because it's not an assembly. So it's not set up to come up with the punch mark. So what I would want to do is allow it and output it as an assembly. Or you can go in to the drawing style and make it add this. So if you go to this drawing style here and check it, you can see ADM beam is the drawing style that's used. And let's just see what the other one is using for the single part. It's using ADM single part beam front, top, bottom, clipped, I guess. Clipped, yeah. Alright, so you'll see the difference now. If I just update it here, we'll just might as well do it on the fly. Let's say you don't want to create an assembly drawing for it, and you just want to have the single part drawn. Just so you can check it, you can go to your output. This is how you would check it. Go to your drawing styles, go to your ADM beam. So assemblies, ADM beam, and let's go to front, object presentation. And if you go down here to the bottom, holes without punch, so that's not it. So if you come down through this, attach beams, ADM, beams, parts, punch marks, here it is here. So punch marks is set to be punch beam side symbol. So what you would want to do is add this punch mark to the other one, which, let me see. So if we want to add it to the other one, we'll go back to this other drawing and we can come into the drawing style. That's the drawing process. Go into the drawing style, and if you can come into that same draw. Now I switched over to the other drawing so that I could use this automatically. So I want to go to single parts, and it's ADM single part beam. This one here. And beam front, object presentation, and if we go through here, the punch marks are turned off. Now the punch marks should be under holes, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So punch beam side, that's it, apply, use, and now it should put the punch mark in on the single part drawing. Now what I might need to do is, let me go back. Sometimes the punch marks don't come in, I think. Save changes, yes. So let's just see if we open it again, will it come in? Or if I go to document manager, part B6, force update. It's saying it's up to date already, so let's open it. We can see there is no punch mark, right? So let's close it. Let's go back into the document manager. Oh, sorry, go back to the model. Document manager, and let's delete that. Okay, yes, okay. And then select this again, come back here, and then put it back in the single part, okay. And it should come back in with the punch mark on it. It did not, so whatever I've done is wrong. So if I go back to the drawing style, ADM single part beam front top, object presentation. Sorry, that's the labeling. Position any should be good, punch marks all. So let me just go back to check the other one. If you have any issues, just go back and look the other one you were referencing and see what the difference is. Object presentation, punch marks. Front side, visible hidden symbol, any. All should allow that to work also. Visible hidden symbol. Visible hidden symbol. Punch mark all, depth position any. So that should work, but obviously it's not working for me for some reason. Oh, because I didn't put in the punch mark yet, right? Did I put the punch mark in? Because I wanted to create the drawing and then put the punch mark in, and of course I never put the punch mark in, so jeez. Alright, so let's do punch mark. So click punch mark, click on the beam, right click, click on the member, right click, and we can see it's coming on that side again. So go to punch marks and click on 9 for the center, and then turn the 1 off. Now we could do, yeah, no, it's better to do it this way, just do the center. Okay, and now go back to the beam, labels, update detail. And there you go, it's coming with my mark, my punch mark. So it's very useful to use punch marks, situations like that. And then we can just clipboard, copy with base point, copy off the point, go back over, Control V, and now you have your marks for where he's going to put his hangers. So I'll put in another label here, and I hope that helps anyone that has difficulties with the punch marks, because I was having difficulties for a while. Alright, take care, bye.